Well, g'day, it's Greenie here. I'm going to give you a look at the ranunculus progress growing from seed. These ones here are established corms, first ones to flower. And I've got a couple of pink in here. I've already picked a few. These ones are kind of whitish with the pink tinge, and then a nice crimsony pink there. We might as well just tootle over here. I'm actually killing off this section of grass here. I'm going to suppress it. Over sown poppies. Yeah, I know. Now these are some of the ranunculus seedlings that I had inside, and I've taken them out. I'm just going to go under there to show you. I've taken them out and planted them out. What that is a bit of blood and bone over the top there. So the nets need adjusting because we had really high wind yesterday. The white ones I've put in these trays. And there's quite a few missing. The blackbirds, sorry, I was spinning you pretty quick. The blackbirds have plucked some out, surprise, surprise. But over the back there, a few more trays. These were all with the seed taken from the white ones. The other thing that I've done is I'm starting to prepare these beds for dahlia tubers. So they've got a bit of potash and some blood and bone in there. I've done another one across there, another one here. I've put some under the black plastic, but that needs composting down a bit. Sorry, the chook house, their little sunscreen shaders blown off. We had very strong winds, so they're not allowed out today. Yeah, staying in there, girls. My peonies are waking up. You might as well see what else is happening. Another peony waking up. I've got a few tulips. I've already done one cut to give away to someone. Now, my established ranunculus are under here. Let's see if we can peek in. I'll just lift the net. I hate having nets because I like my garden to be free, but the blackbirds are just decimating everything. So I've got established ranunculus at this end, and can you see through the nets? Not really. There's about 10 buds there. We're just going to zoom along. Established ones, a few leftover tulips, and in amongst them are more of the ones that I had in the laundry. I had to take them out because of fungus gnats, so they went outside to the shed for a while. Let's peek under here. So you can see the size of them. They are coming along. Some of them more than others. I know they are very close, but I'm only focusing on growing corms this year. Let's come down the other end. I'm hoping to get flowers next season, and secretly hoping they'll show me what colour they are this season. But I'll hop down on the ground and lift up properly here. Pull out a couple of pegs. So you can see they are coming along. Some of them over the back there are a bit bigger. Some of them are still tiny. Some of them have perished. They were all pretty close. You can see there's a big gap there without as many in. Some of them didn't last, either blackbirds or just too fragile to cope. But I've fed them with a liquid, like Charlie Carp type fertiliser once a week. And I just had a little bit of blood and bone left over from preparing the dahlia beds. So that's why I sprinkled that on. And I didn't really do a good job. It's heavy in some places and not so in other places. I should probably pull one out and see if it's got a corm. Let's do that. I'll just try and work out how to... You might have lost my view there. I'm not sure what I'm showing you on the camera because I'm not looking. So here's one I've just pulled out. Let's see if it's got a corm. We'll just pull some soil off it. I'll plant it back. Focusing. I'm going to say not yet, but it is doing something. So let me just poke a hole and we'll bury that one back in somewhere so it can continue to grow. So I come out and I talk to them and fertilise them, make sure they've got water. We've had good rain for a couple of days. So all those tiny, teeny, weeny seedlings that were in the laundry, over-sown heavily, have been painstakingly put out. And I'm going to tell you this, I did it all left-handed because of my tendon on the right hand. So it was a laborious mindfulness activity. Let me see if I can stretch up. I'm really struggling holding the net and the camera. You're probably getting a very wonky view. I just want to stretch up so you can see the size of those ones. They're really starting to come along. So that's it for the ranunculus update. I will give you another update at some point, but they are going to hopefully grow me some corms this year, and then I've got a plan for where I'm going to put them all next year, because I'll have to compete with tulips, and I'm getting a few more tulips for a special secret project next year. Anyway, that's it. What else can I show you? Unstretch. So I've got the pressure hose out in the hope of pressure hosing, but I'm not going to. You can't really see it there. Let me just spin this way a bit. There's my pressure hose. The clematis are all waking up. Can you see that new growth? So spring is coming. They are waking up. There's a few tulips in there as well. They just haven't picked out. Let me see if I can clumsily stand up holding this phone. Whoa, very clumsily, one-handed. A couple more ranunculus in there. More tulips. The clematis waking up. Come around here for a minute. There's the occasional tulip in here. This is where I did the heavy pick from. But there are a few ranunculus that I missed pulling up from last season in here. There's another one through the back there. It's probably not going to get enough light to do anything. There's another one in there. There's about 6 that I just missed pulling last year. And I have had jonquils, and they're all dying off. They're going to come out and go into the border garden around the edges of the backyard next season. They're not going to stay here. Got new plans for this garden bed next year. There's a couple of daffodils. That's a digitalis foxglove growing up there. That's a fake chook, not a real one. A couple of tulips. That's a random gladioli bulb coming up there, or corm. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to give you a progress really on growing the ranunculus from seed, but you might as well have had a bit of a look at what else is going on. There's a few daffodils. Very good. All right, I'll come back and tell you what happens next with these gorgeous little seedlings. Hooroo.